Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is the Stitching Colourist with Shelley Lewis. So today's video we've got an unboxing. So this one is from One Day Saving. I have written down my notes, so if you could bear with me for just a second. So let's find the page. So yeah, One Day Saving, they contacted me on the 29th of the 12th last year, just after Christmas, just before New Year's Eve, and asked me if I'd like to do another unboxing for them. So I says yes, great, because I've done quite a few unboxings with One Day Saving before, and they've all been absolutely lovely kits. The kit arrived today, which is the 12th of January, and before I go any further, I would just like to wish my son a very happy 9th birthday. It's his birthday today. I am doing this recording in the evening, well, night time. They've just gone up to bed. They're not asleep yet, but they've just gone up. So yeah, so it arrived today. Now this one is a bit different. I've seen this on other people. Cover that first. I've seen this on I think about 2 other channels first, and I was very intrigued by it. I wanted to see what this was like. I love the colours in it. Now I opened the package, but I didn't actually open, like, look inside yet. I've not really had the chance yet today, because obviously being my son's birthday. But this is, ta-da! This is the design. This is, oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's like a real proper rainbow sky swirl. The reason why I picked this one is because when they asked if I'd like to take a look at the new products to see if there was anything that I liked, I remember a couple mentioning that they'd brought out stitching stamped kits, a couple of kits on 18 count Ada instead of, well, as well as 11 counts. Now I've stitched on 18 count Ada before, but it's always been a counted cross stitch kit. In fact, that's what I'm doing my Death by Cross Stitch by Long Dog sampler on, an 18 count. So you can imagine when they said they're bringing out one of an 18 count fabric with a stamped, I was really intrigued to find it out. So this is the one that I went with. I just love the colours in it. I thought it is really pretty. Judging by the look of the picture though, I reckon it's going to be very oh, what's the word? Confetti stitching. I'm gathering there's going to be quite a bit of confetti stitching, especially being 18. So without further ado, before I rattle on anymore, we'll unbag it and we'll have a look inside. So I do apologise about the crinkling if it's, yeah, it doesn't bother me whenever I watch an unboxing video, whenever there's crinkling on the page. I just love to see what people have got. I love to be nosy. So I'm like, yeah, I really don't mind the crinkling. So we'll have a look what we've got first. So just flip it over. We've got the front page. It's a little bit, the front page is a slightly bit beat up, but it's not bad, to be fair. It's all right. It's not bad. It's only in the front page. We can still see what it is. On the back of the page, now this is different. Sometimes you have a separate piece of paper with the instructions on. However, this one has got the instructions on the back of the picture, and it just gives you for instructions on how to cross stitch and that, and also maintenance afterwards, which even if you're an experienced stitcher, it still comes in really handy, even for the maintenance part of it, or even if you're a beginner, both of it comes in handy, especially with the embroidery stitches at the bottom, because it gives you a little sample on how to do the stitches. So that is good. Now we're going to have a look at the colours first, and then we will go onto the fabric itself. So we'll put that there. We'll have a look at the colours. So it looks like there's a lot of colours in this, because I've got a separate bag full of quite a few hanks in here. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's about 9 different separate hanks of colour in here. So we've got our extra colours, so that's great, and they do look really nice. They look lovely. And here is the floss card. Now I'm going to hold it up so I can just run my fingers through it, just to smoothen out any knots that might be in the floss. So we've got our colours there. They're absolutely beautiful. It looks like it has 30 colours, so that is not too bad for it being quite a detailed picture like that with all the colours. 30 colours, that's quite good. We got some, hey sweetheart, we've got some absolutely gorgeous colours in here, including purples. I love purples. We've got a little bit of one there. I think we've got an extra hank of that. Yeah, we've got an extra hank of that there. We've got some what looks like a luminous yellow here. That's different. That is very different. Got some nice grey, purple, greens, oranges, blues. Got some nice blues. And I don't see any black in this one. Well, saying that though, it is like a rainbowy effect colour. I think we might have some 939 though, which is 22. Well, we'll check on that in a minute. So yeah, those are our colours. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, judging with it being on an 18 count Aida, when it's usually stitched on a 11 count, it's usually 3 strands of thread on an 11 count. On a 14 count, it's usually 2 strands of thread. Now on an 18 count, I'm going to see if it says here how many strands you should use. It doesn't say on the front cover. All it says 2 strands for cross stitch, so it doesn't actually say how many to use if it's on an 18 count. From my experience in the past, I've used either 2 strands of thread, or I've even used 1 strand of thread on an 18 count, but I'm not entirely sure if you'd see the threads if it was just 1. So I think I'm going to try and use the 2. So it does come with a chart. Just going to show you the top part of it. So it's a blown up chart, so that's good. It's small. It is small. However, it's an 18 count, so what do you expect? So yeah, so they are readable. I must admit these yellow ones are a bit, that's going to be hard to tell on the chart. But as for the rest of them I can pretty much see. So they are readable. However, I have got some, I don't know if you use them, but I have got some magnifying glasses which do help, and they will come in handy for this. So on the chart it's got your picture in the top right hand corner. You've got your number of threads, in this case it's 30. Then you've got your symbols, and then you've got your colour code down there, and I'm just having a little peek to see if we've got 939. I don't think we've got 9. Yeah, we have 939. Yeah, so that blue, what I thought was 939, is probably that. So we're going to have a look at the canvas now. Now I'm really intrigued to have a look at this, because as I said, I've never seen a stamped kit on an 18 count canvas before. It's always been on either 11 count or a 14 count, so this is going to be very different. So it comes with 2 needles down there, so thank you, I do appreciate that. So if I fold it this way. A good thing with it being on an 18 count, the fabric is a little bit more softer. You've still got the starchy bit to it, but it is a little bit more softer than what you might get on an 11 count. So anyway, we've got the stitch design. It is 30 by 50 and it is 212 by 354 stitches. And in the top again, right hand corner, you've got a, I'm just going to say sample of the picture, and then you've got your numbers here, 30 colours, your symbols, which these symbols down here all look clear, and then you've got your colour corresponding code, and you've got your 939. So I'm just going to have a look to see if there's any that I might struggle with on here. I might need my magnifying glasses to stitch on this piece, I must admit, because it is very small. So the symbols, from what I can see, sorry guys, it's because I'm leaning in on the camera to see them. The symbols, without my magnifying glasses, I can make them out. I'm not sure what it's going to be like when you actually stitch a square, if you're going to get on this one what you can sometimes get on the 11 count, where it seems to hide the other stitches, so that might be a bit tricky, especially with it being on a smaller count. However, with my magnifying glasses, I'll be able to see this perfectly well. So yeah, the symbols seem pretty. The only symbol that I would say that's a little bit hard to see on here is this one, the 26X, the green X. That is a little bit, you've got, now I'm going to have to hold it right up to the camera now, and I don't even know if you might tell, but the X there. Now if I hold it right up to the camera like that, you can see it clear as day, but when I'm holding it like that, I must admit I'm, ooh, yeah, I've noticed in the blue part as well, we've got two blues together, so it is, we've got this one right next to this one. So yeah, those are hard to see, those are difficult to see. So if I hold it up again, those ones are hard to see because you've got two symbols next to each other, and that is very, very hard. However, like I said, with my magnifying glasses on, I might do all right. So yeah, we have got a bit of block colouring on it. I'm very surprised at that because I thought it would be complete confetti, but we have got a slight block colouring, like we've got some here and we've got some in other places as well. Let's have a look at the bottom. Yeah, here as well we've got the green X's right next to the green blocks. Now that is hard to see as well, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I think bestest way to deal with that would probably be to fill in the green X's first before you do the green squares, because obviously once you've stitched the green X's, if it does hide the other square a bit, if you can just see a green blob, you'll know that that is the green square and you won't be confused, and it'll be even more difficult to see if it's green X. So in this case with these, I will be stitching the green X's first and then the green squares, and the same with the blue bit as well, if I can find a sample. Yeah, for a little sample down here. So in this case, what I'll do with this one is I shall stitch the blue line bits first, and then I'll probably do these blue bits after, because I just think that those ones might be easier to see than those if those get covered. So just thinking about it really. What I'm going to do though first is, before I even attempt to do any of the more harder ones to stitch, I'm going to just generally, I'm just going to get a block colour, like probably this one here. Have we got any block colour in that corner? No, we haven't. Mind you, it's just as seeable as this, so I think I could do... Yeah, I was thinking of block colouring just to see how it stitches up, but I might actually do number 17 first and just see how it stitches up first and do it that way. So yes, it's definitely definitely going to be a challenge as well. The edges, they're not perforated. It's got a decent size border to it, not too bad, and at the top I'm not too concerned, but you will probably get a bit more frame with it being a more smaller canvas fabric. You may get a little bit more frame, because I've got a bit already. To do solve that though, if that would be any trouble, you can get a special fray lock where it looks like glue but it's not glue. You just, before you do your stitching, you just squeeze it across the edges and across the edges at least 24 hours before you do the stitching, and then it dries like a dry gel, and it doesn't prevent your fraying let me say that, but it does minimize it, so you can do that, or you might just be all right. So yeah, so how much was this design anyway? So basically with this kit you get your canvas. I'm going to fold it back now. So you get your canvas, your 30 strands of thread, your extra thread, your chart, your needles, your instructions on the back, and obviously a coloured picture. Now I've made notes as well. I've actually written down the price of this. So this, it is, now the price in dollars, it is $13.69, or it is £11.20. Now that's really good for a nice 18 count cross stitch kit, and you get everything with it as well, so it's definitely worth it. Not to mention I have got a coupon code for 5%, so yes. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I will leave a link to a 1 day saving in the descriptions below, like I always do. I will leave a link to this kit as well, and I'll also leave a link to their other kit. I don't think they've got too many kits in the 18 count at the minute, but I will leave a link to their other kits in the 18 count in the descriptions below, along with the discount code. So anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've enjoyed the video. I can't wait to give it a try. I'm going to have to see if it is stitched with 2 strands. I'm gathering I'm going to try it with 2 strands of thread and see how I get on with that. So yeah, that's my plans, how I'm going to do with that. I will start it off camera, but we'll do a stitch and chat in another video as well. So anyway guys, I'm going to get going now. I'm going to get bathed, get me a drink, and make sure the cat is okay, because yeah, sadly the cat is having problems with his urinary crystals getting, well, he didn't stop before, but it's an ongoing problem. We're just trying the best we can at the minute and just trying to make sure he's comfortable, and yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. So thank you for watching guys, and I'll see you again soon. So goodbye for now guys, bye.